Recording in progress. What a nice voice. Okay, this is the reading passage over here, and those are the questions over there. So, knowing the questions is really pivotal. We gotta attack the reading test based on the difficulty level of the questions. So, we know that list of headings is hard there. Not only is this hard, but it's time consuming. Like there are A, B, three, four, five, six paragraphs. So unless you're a fast reader, you can actually read it quick. But so since that's very time consuming, we will not do that first. List of headings. And then true false not given. So again, notorious, another notorious question prompt. So let's see if there's an easier one. And then no more than 2 words. So and that's so typical, right? You have a difficult one, list of headings, and then another difficult one, and then an easy one. Only 4 items for the easy one. Okay. So here goes, guys. We will begin with no more than 2 words. And then it's funny, right? Like Cambridge orders the question types based on difficulty, meaning the first questions you see are the difficult ones, and then the easier ones are in the last. But since we know better, we are so intelligent, we're gonna do the easy ones first. Is that clear, people? That's how we do it. Okay. We will ignore the list of headings first, and then we will proceed with the easier ones first. So, the courtship of the blue-footed booby. There. So, and then we'll look for that. Wait, we gotta like. So that's very easy to find, guys. Mhm. What I wanna highlight here. Oot, come on. Mm, come on. How do you highlight? Where's the highlight? Yun. Wala kasi siyang highlight feature yata, guys. See, wala. Yun. So, ganun na lang. You just look for courtship to the blue-footed booby. Consists of the male flaunting his blue feet and dancing to impress the female. During the dance, the mate will spread his wings and stamp his feet on the ground with his bills. Something. So, hanapin na ngayon yung courtship, guys. Ganun, guys. That's how we do it. Yun. So, boobies yun. Courtship.
So,
And then while this is what we call skimming, no, guys? So, like, for example, catching fish, yun, you might want to highlight that. Yun. Pero mamaya na natin babasahin yan. 3 varieties. Highlight lang natin. Babalikan natin yan mamaya. Yan, may blue-footed, red-footed, and masked boobies. And then dito, parang this is like an introduction on the boobies. No? And they travel in parties of about 12, something like that. Okay. And then we're looking for the bobo. Bobo pala yung ibig sabihin ng booby from Spanish. Okay. So this is all about the name. Yun, guys. Pero skim lang yan, ha? You're clumsy. Ayun na yung blue-footed booby. There, guys. So, then baka mamaya, ayun, mating. Ang haba naman ng blue-footed booby. Okay, sige. So yan, guys. The answer to this one is somewhere here. So basa na tayo. The blue-footed boobies' characteristic feet play a significant part in their famous courtship ceremony, the booby dance. Yun, i-highlight natin yung booby dance. Okay, there. The male walks around the female, raising his bright blue feet straight up in the air while bringing his shoulders towards the ground and crossing the bottom tips of his wings high above the ground. Yung bills, hanapin natin yung bills. Plus, he'd raise his bill up towards the sky to try to win his mate over. Yun. So what's the answer, guys? What's the answer? Andun lang, oh, bills. What's the answer? I want you to answer. Hinanap ko na, guys. Yun na yun. Oh, no more than 2 words. Ano sagot dun? With his bills. Bakit no more than 2 words? Joanna, ano sagot? Stamp his feet on ground with his bills.
Bill
Up, sir. Up.
Bill up. Bill up.
Bills up lang. No? Up.
Bill up.
Bills up. Diba? Up lang.
Yes, sir.
Grabe siya, oh. After meeting the boobies, unusual demeanor continues with ritual blank that really serves no purpose. Female may also partake in these activities, lifting her feet, sky pointing, and of course, squawking at her mate. After meeting, another ritual occurs, the nest building, which ironically is never used because then they nest in the bear ground. Why do they do that? Why do they make nests and they never use it? What's the answer? Talagang bobong mga to, bobo. What's the answer? Ritual. What's the answer?
Nest building, sir.
Nest building. Nest building. Serves no purpose. Damn, man. You stupid birds. When the female booby lays eggs, the parental boobies incubate the eggs beneath there. When the female is ready to lay her eggs, they scrape the existing nest away so she can nest on exposed ground. Sunbaked islands on the boobies' breeding grounds. Sunbaked islands form the boobies' breeding grounds. When ready, the female blue-footed booby lays 1 to 3 eggs. So guys, may idea na tayo ng D. No? Parang yung D, parang mating ritual. Correct? Yun, tatandaan niyo yan kasi lalabas yan sa Days of Headaches. After mating, 2 or 3 legs are laid in a shallow depression on flat or gently sloping ground. Both male and females take turns incubating the eggs. Unlike most birds, booby doesn't develop brood patches, areas of bare skin on the breast, to warm the eggs during incubation. Instead, it uses its broad webbed feet, which have large numbers of prominent blood vessels to transmit heat essential for incubations. The eggs are thick-shelled, so they can withstand the full weight of an incubating bird. Ooh, okay. What's the answer?
Feet.
Feet. Feet lang ba? What's the answer? Web feet. Web feet.
Web feet.
2 words pala, kala ko 1 word.
Yeah, 2 words. Web feet. Okay. Wait. Guys, join the reading bubble there. Currently ongoing. Okay. Which contain what?
Blood vessels.
Blood vessels. Blood vessels.
Vessels.
Vessel, sir.
Yeah, blood vessels. So guys, talagang madali lang no more than 2 words. 1 word only, no more than 3 words. So itong E, this is really all about incubation. Yun, incubating the eggs. Yun. So may idea na tayo sa D tsaka sa E. Yun. May F and G pa. Yun. Pero pwede na nating sagutan yung sige, what do you think the answer is, guys? So remember, yung D is all about the mating. Yung E is all about incubating. Yun. So, what you think? Yung D muna. Ayun, yung D tsaka E. Sagutin na natin yung dalawang yan. Nakita ko na, guys. What is D? Nakita ko na rin yung E. What you think?
D8.
D is 8. And then E is Hindi kayang i-ano. Gusto ko sana i-eliminate eh. So D is 8. And then E is what? What you think? E is what? Hindi naman surviving mechanism. Hindi naman diving for seafood. Hindi naman, wala na yung ano guys, so yung 9. Wala na yung 9. Ayun, origin of the boobies name, wala na yan. Hindi naman classification. Parang nakita ko na yung classification earlier. Reading the young pwede. Folding wings for purpose. Feeding habit of the red-footed.
Unusually hatching the chicks.
Unusual way of hatching chicks. Siguro ano guys? Ba? Napakan eh. Okay. So 8 yun. And then E is 1. Yun. Okay. So guys, since sagutan na natin yung dalawa, parang nakita ko kasi to guys, oh. A classification of boobies. Parang gusto ko munang puntahan yun. Nandito yun eh. Ayun oh, di ba? Ayun, di ba? Di ba?
B.
So let's read B. There are 3 varieties in the Galapagos, the blue-footed, red-footed, and masked boobies. They are all members of the same family, who are not only different in appearance, but also in behaviors. The blue-footed and red-footed boobies mate throughout the year, while the masked boobies have an annual mating cycle that differs from island to island. All catch fish in a similar manner, but in different areas. The blue-footed booby does it fishing close to shore, while the masked booby goes slightly farther out. The red-footed booby fishes at the farthest distances from the shore. Okay, so ano yan guys? What you think?
5.
5.
Classification, no? Oh guys, di ba? Ilan na lang sasagutan natin, no? Dali naman na ito. Pero gusto ko ang takihin niya, no? This one is like list of headings. Pero itong tatlo yata yung true, false, not given. So, baba na muna tayo. Mamaya na yan. Ayun, boobies are afraid of human. Mali yung grammar, oh. Wah. Mali yung grammar. Boobies are afraid of humans approaching. So, pag mali yung grammar ng tanong, kinakabahan ako eh. Baka kalokohan lang tong reading passage na yun. Hanapin natin yung humans. Wala nakikitang humans. Tingnan mo to, oh. After hatching, di ba? Parang pwede mo na i-highlight yun, guys. So, parang yun, mamaya na yan. Ayan, this is what? Opportunistic sibling murder. Litaw na litaw yan, ano, guys? Yan, papatayin niya yung younger sibling. Okay. Mamaya, walang human dun. Nandito siguro yan, guys. Saan yung humans? Wala.
Not given.
Wala.
Given.
Napaka-obvious naman ng not given na yan. Tataka naman ako sa ganyan. Okay. Ayun! Guys, ito na. Although it's unknown where the name booby emanates from, some conjecture it may come from verb ba lang conjecture? Verb ba yun? Parang noun yung conjecture kaya. Some conjecture it may come from the Spanish word for clown, bobo, meaning stupid. Clown pala ang bobo. Its name was probably inspired by the verb's clumsiness on land and apparently unwarranted bravery. The blue-footed booby is extremely vulnerable to human visitors because it doesn't appear to fear them. Therefore, these birds receive such names for their clumsiness on land in which they are easily captured, killed, and eaten by humans. So, what's the answer?
True.
It is... Wait. Afraid daw, guys.
True. Afraid.
Ito
Does
yun.
not appear. Fear.
That must appear to fear them. No?
False.
False yun. Okay, so kung false yun, kung pattern yung Cambridge, yung isa doon true, isa not given. Pero guys, nabasa ko na yung C. Do you follow? Akit muna ako sa C. Yun, hanapin ko muna doon. What?
Origin, sir.
Ay, meron na palang CEO lumabas na. Buiset!
Wala na.
Ay, nako. Sayang effort. Female boobies eat more than the male ones. Sige, nasan yun? Yung A, hindi pa natin nababasa. Baka nandun. Mamaya na. Ito, dito tayo sa G, guys. F and G. Ayun, oh, female. Yun, ito. Nandito yung guys. Ayun, female eh. Diba? After hatching, the male plays a major role in bringing fish home. He can bring back a constant supply of small fish for the chicks, which must be fed continuously. The reason is that the male has a longer tail than the female in relation to its body size, which makes him able to execute shallower dives and feed closer to shore. Wala naman sinasabing eats more. Then the female takes a greater part as time proceeds. Sooner or later, the need to feed the young becomes greater than the need to protect them, and both adults must fish to provide enough. What do you think, guys? What do you think? The females eat more than the male ones. What you think?
Sir, possible po ba na pwedeng maging false siya? False,
Kung ano
false.
yun eh, kung Cambridge yun, or kung IELTS yun, may pattern yun, hindi ganun.
Oh.
Not given.
Lahat yun lalabas. So kung yung
Not
tatlong
given.
yun, kasi tatlo lang yung questions eh. So,
It
pwede na
means
na.
not given yung answer niya, sir. Kasi wala naman.
Kung not given itong
Not
number,
given. Not given.
number 8, kung not given to, yung number 9,
So
true.
yun. True.
Yun. Pero syempre, i-check pa rin natin.
Not given, sir.
And then, so nabasa na natin yung G, guys. Mamaya na natin sagutan yung 9. Nakuha niya.
Basa man natin ng 9, sir.
Mamaya na yung 9. Sagutan muna natin yung G. Parang this is all about yung fledging the chicks, no? Tatlo yung chicks. Ay, F pala nabasa natin, F. Yan. So this is all about, ayun, feeding the chick, no? Feeding the chick. So, go.
Feeding
sir.
habit of the red-footed puppy.
Feeding habit. Sige pa. So, maganda sana kung ma-eliminate natin yung mga lumabas na. Rearing the young. Parang nasa G yung rearing the young, guys. No? Hindi na tong classification. Diving for seafood kaya. Ayun, surviving mechanism during the food shortage period. Ayun, no? Lumabas na to. Origin of the name. So, it's either diving for seafood yun, guys. Or rearing the young. Or feeding habit. So, kung feeding habit yun, guys, tingnan natin, no? Parang mas rearing the young siya kasi, di ba, it can bring back a constant supply for the chicks, which must be fed continuously. Di ba, guys? Ayan, it's all about feeding the young. Di ba, guys? What you think?
Rearing the young.
So, mas parang rearing the young siya. Kaysa, mas parang rearing the young. Parang, oo, guys. Hindi diving for seafood yun, panggulo yan. May binanggit kasi, no, diving. No? Able to execute shallower dives and feed closer to shore. Pero yung buong paragraph kasi, the guys, what is the entire paragraph about? Hindi naman diving for seafood yun, di ba? Itong feeding habit. It mentions feeding. Pero yung feeding of the chick, di ba? Di ba? Feeding the young. Yun yun, guys. May trapper yun somewhere. Kaya ito yun. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Do it make sense?
Yes, sir.
So, yun yun. So, again, parang riring dayang talaga yan. Kasi itong diving, parang ano to eh. Distractor to eh. Trapper siya. Kasi lumabas yung word na diving, di ba? Tsaka yung feeding habit. Di ba? Baka sagutin niyo yan. Kasi baka lumabas kayong feeding. Kaya lang, if you look at the entire paragraph, it's really all about feeding the young. Kayo rearing the young. And then itong G, malamang ano na to, surviving mechanism. Basahin na natin. When times are good, the parents may successfully fledge all 3 chicks, but in harder times, they may still lay as many eggs, yet only obtain enough to raise 1. The problem is usually solved by the somewhat callous-sounding system of opportunistic sibling murder. The firstborn chick is larger and stronger than its nestmate, or S, as a result of hatching a few days earlier, and also because the parents feed the larger chick. If food is scarce, the firstborn will get more food than its nestmates and will outcompete them, causing them to starve. The above system optimizes the reproductive capacity of the bluefoot in an unpredictable environment. The system ensures that, if possible, at least one chick will survive in a period of shortage, rather than all 3 dying of starvation under a more humane system. Yun. O kaya ganun tayo sa mga anak natin. Yan, like anak, yun, yung panganay muna. Yun, di baling mamatay ka na lang. So ano yan, guys?
Surviving mechanism.
Surviving mechanism na yun.
Number 7.
Number 7. And then, itong paragraph 8, tatapusin ko na, guys. Kita mo, dalawa na lang, oh. Pwede na tayo matulog. Di ba? Boobies are a small group of seabirds native to tropical and subtropical oceans throughout the world. Their diet consists mainly of fish. They're specialized fish eaters, feeding on small. Parang yun yata yung diving for seafood. Like sardines, anchovies, mackerel, and flying fish. When their prey is in sight, they fold their long wings back around their streamlined butt and plunge into the water from as high as 80 feet. So streamlined, they barely make a splash. They travel in parties of about 12 to areas of water. Huh? About 12? Parang 12 sila. 2 areas of water with large schools of small fish. When the lead bird sees a fish shown in the water, it will signal the rest of the group that they will all dive together. Surprisingly, individuals do not eat with a hunting group, preferring to eat on their own, usually in the early morning or early afternoon. So, what you think? Lumabas na yung 1. Lumabas na yung 4. Yung 5. Lumabas na yung 7. Tsaka 8. Tsaka 9. So, hindi na lang lumalabas is 6. 4. 6. 3. And 2. Which one is it?
Yung
lumabas naman yung
folding wings for purpose.
2. Folding wings per purpose.
Kasi hindi yan, sir.
Lumabas naman yung 2.
Diving.
Wala yun.
Wala pa, sir. Kasi yung diving for seafood, kasi sinabi lang dito, their diets consist ng fish, special feeders. Naman sinabi dito na nagda-dive feeding yan. Ang ilanod dito yung fold ng wings niya lang. Water.
So, itong feeding habit, parang wala namang binanggit na red-footed booby. No? Saan ba yung red-footed booby? Wala nang, parang yung feeding habit kasi, ayan oh, walang specified na red-footed booby. Tama.
Yes.
So, folding wings yun for purpose. Yun. And finally, dun tayo sa 9. When there is not sufficient food, the larger chicks will be fed at the expense of survival. Oh, di true. Diba? True na yan. Okay. Oh, perfect na naman tayo, guys. Nakakainis. Yun. But we should finish this in 20 minutes. Pero that's good enough, guys. Kasi nagdi-drill pa lang naman tayo. Bibilis din kayo in time.
Tsaka nag-start counting na kanina yun sir.
O, nag-start counting tayo. Kaya lang that was 4 minutes eh. So, parang nag-exceed tayo ng 6 minutes. No? 6 minutes. So, ideally, alam nyo guys, darating kayo sa point, pag-drill kayo ng drill, like 30 minutes na nakaraan, natapos nyo na lahat. Makakarating kayo sa ganun. Ganun na kayo kabilis. Diba? Sa drill lang yung mangyayari. So, let's submit. Mukhang band 9 na naman tayo dito, guys. Seven lang. Nagkamali tayo ng 3. Bakit? Ha? Sky pointing? Uy, mali tayo dun sa 2. Ouch! Hindi ko matanggap yun, ha? Tingnan muna natin to, ha? 3 mistakes, guys. Ang baba. Ang feeling ko pa naman, perfect tayo. So, ano yung mali? 6. Paragraph A, folding wings for purpose 6. Diving for
seafood.
Ano ba yung sagot natin? Diving for seafood ba?
Folding wings.
Oo nga.
Oo nga. Diving for seafood nga yun, guys. Kasi yung parang yung folding wings, isang bahagi lang yun, ano? Yun lang yun.
Na-confused audience.
Oo. Pero diving for seafood talaga yan. Sayang. And then,
Yung
paragraph
upside.
G. We got this correct. We got that correct. Itong paragraph G. Ang sagot natin is surviving mechanism during the food shortage. Bakit mali? Ang answer daw is 6. Ha? 6? Oh, 2 6. Oh, kalokohan. Booking ka namin, oh. Mali ka, no? Diba? Kita mo yun? Oh, 2 6. Ano? Lokohan? Oh, IELTS online test ka.
Tama naman tayo doon.
Tama tayo dun, eh. Diving for seafood. O, di dapat, ano tayo, 2 mistakes. And then, tingnan natin yung pangalawa. This Bill's sky pointing. Meron bang ganon? IELTS online test na naman to, eh.
Sa D.
Towards the ground, crossing the bottom.
Plus Hillary.
Female also partake in this squawking after maintenance below. Wala namang sky pointing.
Sir,
Meron, sir.
Lifting her feet.
After
Sky
yung
pointing.
feet, sir. Lifting her.
Diyan, sir. Diyan. Yan.
After nung feet, sir.
The male will spread his wings. Mali kaya, oh. Female kaya.
Female, oo.
IELTS online test ka.
9 yan. 9 yan.
Mali yan, oh. 9 yun, eh.
9 yan.
Wala, kala mo matalino kami sa iyo, ha. Hindi porket yung answer key mo ganyan. Well, questionin natin yung sagot. Oh, the male will spread his wings. Oh, yun, the female. Oh, kala mo, hindi kami tanga, no? So guys, dapat 8.5 tayo. Mali ang answer key, no? Yung Baguhin mo yan, oh! One mistake lang tayo, guys. So our one mistake was tama yung ano, guys. Let's learn from the lesson from that mistake. Tama. Bakit hindi natin nakuha yun? Bakit? Oo nga, diving for seafood nga yun. Bakit hindi ko nakuha? Diba?
Nag-doubt po kasi kanina dyan eh. Yan po kasi yung unang choice natin. Tapos nalipat lang po sa
Sa?
Folding wings.
sa folding wings po. Yan po
Ay,
talaga yung
gano'n. Yun yung
Opo.
unang tanong. Oh, pero naintindihan nyo kung bakit diving yan. Kasi yung folding wings, isang bahagi lang yun, di ba? Pero in the entire paragraph is all about yun, ganun yun eh. Ganun yung list of headings. Parang nangyari din yung kanina eh. Nasaan ba yun? Nasaan ba yung, ay di ba itong mating and breeding? Ay hindi.
Rearing the young, sir.
Rearing the young. No? So ano ba yung rearing the young? Nangyari yung kanina eh. Itong paragraph F. Ayan, di ba? So, yan yung rearing the young. No? Yung magdadala ng mga fish. Tapos, ayun, kaya inisip natin na diving for seafood yon. Kaya lang, ayan, yun lang yun eh. Oh. Execute shallower dives. O yun lang yun. O kala mo ha. Yun, it's just a portion of it. So, tanggal natin yun. Tapos, yung ano pa ba? Basta may isa pa, di ba? May isa pa na tinitingnan natin, kinoconsider.
Feeding habit.
Feeding habit of the red-footed booby. So, baka sagutin natin feeding habit. Kaya lang, this is all about feeding the chick. Di ba? Feeding the chick yun eh. Yun. Do you follow? Ganun siya mag-trap. So, we have to think of the entire paragraph. Yun. So, parang ganun. Yun. You feel better, no? Ganun pala yung... So, going back, that's one answer to the question. Like, paano mo ba ako naloloko? Ay, ganyan ka pala manloko. Yun. Gets na kita. Alam ko na yung modus mo. Ha! Alam ko na yung iyong... ano ba yan? MO... What's that? Your method of... Ano yun, guys? Yung modus operandi. MO nga.
Scam.
MO ang tawag doon. Alam ko na yung MO mo. IELTS. Alam ko na yung MO mo.
Sir, pagka ganun ako confused ka dun, for example, nangyari dun sa atin, sa diving for seafood sa folding wings. Ano yung magandang kailangan?
Shooty.
O siguro
Ano mo?
naging ano na rin ako nun, guys, naging kampante na. That's another lesson, di ba? Parang nasa A na kasi tayo, parang feeling natin perfect na to, perfect. Yun, parang yun, hindi ko nakita tong diving for seafood. Yun. Mali talaga yung ano. So, one mistake tayo, guys, di ba? One mistake. Di ba? Kasi mali naman yan, di ba?
Yes.
At saka ito, hello, haha, kala mo hindi kami tanga, no? Dalawang beses yung 6, lokohan, bobo. Ikaw ay isang booby. Okay, let's stop the recording, guys. Ang fun, no?